So, first things first. Apologies to Kyron Thrax. I managed to mispronounce your name in innumerable different ways. I seem to have this weird mental block. But Kyron Thrax, sorry. Now, into the show. After the runway, the girls are gathered around the mirror talking about seeing the first eliminated queen out of this series, Dita Garbo. Kiki isn't enjoying the sensation of winning the lip sync and sending someone home. Kyron is a bit meh, not fussed about it. Like, it's not nice, but no one's dead. It's such a weird situation. Like, it means so much when you're there. You want to do well and equally, you don't want people to fail. But if they don't leave, then you can't do well. That's just the way the game is played. There's a real tug emotionally in different directions. Thankfully, Kyron is right. It's no battle royale, so no one dies. Sahira is right as well. People often remember the first one out better than some of the others. And Dita did leave us with a proper earworm that I find myself doing at any point in the day. Dita, Dita, da-da-da-Dita, Dita, Dita, da-da-da-Dita. I want more. And I'm certain, I'm absolutely positive about this, we will be seeing more. The girls are all sat on the sofas. And wait, what's that sound? It's the sound of the bitch bus screeching to a halt and doing a swift 180. Chanel O'Connor doesn't care about badgers and wants peace and love for all, especially the dolphins. This feels a little bit off. Maybe the chat last week has sunk in. Maybe she's had to think about how branding yourself the bitch plays with the folks at home. Or maybe it is genuine. Either way, it's a full switch to walking the children in nature. Sahira is feeling the pressure. And trust me, when you're in that situation, there's not enough lube in the world to make that feel easy. Time to escape out of drag. Kyron is killing it in the competition and she deserves what she's got. She also needs to keep that inclination to boast under control. Folk in the UK like confident, but not so much cocky. Think Olivia Colman, confident, self-assured, universally loved, versus James Corden, cocky and annoying and generally loathed in the UK because of it. Now, back in the workroom, Lavoie has come dressed as a fluffy pink teddy bear. Who knew she was a furry? Takes all sorts to make a world, I guess. Relisa has spotted Octavia and her horny baby energy. Ooh. Listen, I agree. I don't know what it was, but I'm into it, baby. Kiki is ready to fight this week, and I'm low-key obsessed with the Patrick Starfish shorts. Come on, SpongeBob reference. Oh, yeah. In comes Rue. Another day, another suit. Announcing a Halloween #1. I'm not sure who scheduled this, but this episode was released on October 17th, a full 2 weeks before Halloween, so good luck, I guess. But it's Girl Group Week. I love Girl Group Week. That and Rusical are my favourite. They're always a lot of fun. My only gripe is that they keep having them so early on in the series that there are so many girls, it's hard for venues after the show to book them. I think the perfect number for booking a group is, say, around 3. The Frock Destroyers, for example, available to book. Please see our websites. Rue puts the teams together on odds and evens in the lineup. So we have the teams set up and ready, and off they go to get writing and working on their tracks. Lavoie, not looking forwards to the dancing, but willing to give it a go. Sahira throws a bit of shade at Chanel in the confessional. Chanel's done a real job on herself, and we are only at week 4. Folk aren't desperate to work with her despite being talented because of how she behaves. Hopefully, she can rebuild some of the bridges she's burnt, or this is going to feel like an incredibly lonely process for her. It's a competition, yes, but building relationships is part of how it becomes a lasting friendship group. Everyone starts chatting about how they're going to approach the challenge and what they're up for, and each group seems to be on the same page as each other. Group 2 choose Dracula's Child as their name. I get the reference. I'm not sure it works all that well. There's something about the rhythm of the words that doesn't meld to my ear. And a group name. But that's what they've got. But that's what they've dropped on. So there you go. Group 1 has gone for The Things. I like this as a name for a group. It leaves what they can do more open for the future too. And it gives what it needs for the challenge. Referencing the B-movie staple, The Thing. I think it's pretty smart. Everyone starts writing their lyrics, and Kyron has fallen into a bit of a boastful pattern. It's guaranteed to rub people up the wrong way. That's just what happens, especially other members of your group. Chanel seems to be struggling a little. Alexandra Burke is helping everyone with their vocals, which is iconic! I love it when powerhouse performers like Alexandra turn up. I think it really gives you a boost, in the energy to have those people in the room with you. I love that Ian Masterson is back as well, who always makes everyone sound the absolute best that they can. And he's super lovely too. Octavia teaching Alexandra about gay culture and then delivering the most bizarre vocals I've heard, all about being hungry and eating with a spoon. Is Octavia the big spoon or little spoon? Let me know in the comments. The girls slide through one by one. Marmalade struggles a little to spit out the words, which, let me just level with you. The pressure is real. Never mind all the cameras and the lights and all the other people and everything else that goes along with being there. Once those headphones go on and you stand in front of that mic, there's something that shifts and you feel a little bit more nervous. So if you haven't done loads of it, then it is quite intimidating. Everyone else manages fine though, and Kyron does her thing. Zahira lets us know she may have bottom energy, but she is top, cracking everyone up. And the gay culture lesson, of course, continues for Alexandra. Next, we've got group 1, The Things. Kiki kills it right from the word go. Chara jumps through. Okay, this may be not the most effervescent delivery of a vocal I've ever seen, but there's something very cute about it. Lavoie is next and explains she's going to be in a white sheet like a ghost. Okay. Her sexy sheet. Releasa kills it. It is so good. They feel a bit Spice Girls to me, this group. Something camp and fun and sexy and silly. And everyone's got something different. Everyone heads to the runway for choreo, while the other team watch. I'm not sure how well this sort of setup works. I get it for us, the viewer. We get to see the process and so does the other team, but I kind of prefer when they don't get to see what each other has done until it gets performed. Does that make sense? Like, it stops you comparing yourselves, and also it stops anybody pinching ideas and really tests each group's creativity and vision a bit more authentically. Talking of which, Group 1 are struggling a bit with working together as a group. with it being led by a couple and the others being sidelined in this moment, with Chanel struggling a bit, not really being listened to. The next group, Kiki takes the lead on choreo and seems to have pitched it pretty well to everyone's ability, except maybe Lavoie, whose pop and lock is a bit rusty. But knowing Lavoie, she will have it by the time they get to the stage. Lil also is not super confident with the choreo, but the team are supportive and offer encouragement and support. And that's just super cute. Sometimes in the moment, I know this really well, locking the movements into your brain just doesn't work. You know, for me, like I need a day to sleep on them and then I can usually get there. I just have to have time to go home, rehearse it myself, an absolute ton, and then go to sleep. And then usually it's in my body then. It's Elimination Day! Lil and Lavoie are sat in the mirror together and Lavoie is leading Getting to Know You session with Lil, trying to take her mind off the impending performance and the choreo of doom. I love this. We get to see the more caring and motherly side to Lavoie and get to see how fun Lil actually is. What would be your reincarnated animal? And did you know about female hyenas' fake willies? I don't know. I'm not David Attenborough. We move on to Halloween costumes and their significance in the LGBTQ community. So apart from the fact that it's one time in the year where you can steal your older sibling's ID, dress up and actually get away with it because who the hell knows who anyone is, there is a strange link between mythical beasts and creatures and the LGBT community. And that has existed for a really long time. And my friend, Sasha Coward, has a book out this year that explores those connections. I got to read it and it's amazing. I'll drop a link in the description of where you can find it too. Let's take it to the runway. Runway, take it to the runway. Runway. This week, we get Ru in this classic gold dress and white blonde wig. Always gorgeous, kind of like an Oscar statue made flesh. Michelle in this super cute sequin outfit. Graham in a blood red suit and black sequin jacket. And the gorgeous Mabel. First up, Group 1, The Things. Chara's verse is first. She does a good job. The outfit is cute. Though, and I'm guilty of this plenty, her knickers can be seen underneath the leotard poking out the side, which distracts a bit from the overall impression. Lavoie is next, giving killer vocal. I was worried about the outfit and I'm not sure it was unfounded. I do really like the sort of gimp mask pony moment and her makeup looks great. It just looks, I'm sorry, Lavoie, it just looks a bit cheap. And that's not really Lavoie's brand. For the first chorus, it's clear that the pressure has gotten to Lil, which is such a shame. I know she's more than capable of this, but she may have just needed a bit more time to get it into her body. She does, unfortunately, stick out like a sore thumb because of it. She's next, and she delivers, but it's a bit low energy compared to where everyone else is in the group. Her eyes are a bit down, and as she walks side to side, we don't really get enough face. There's a lot that gets lost. It's fine, and if it was a different group, it wouldn't be an issue. But with this group, it's pretty obvious. Especially when you've got Kiki, who is next, and turns the energy up to 100. The lyrics are smart and fun, and she delivers. Second chorus, and Lil is much less unsure. Like, she's managed to finally settle. Release the Slaves is next up, just to finish us off. And she does it exactly how we want. Super sexy and fun. Now, her wig covers her eyes a lot. You know, it's quite low down, but she somehow manages to sell even then. I don't know, I can't do it, so props. I like the ending, but I'd have preferred Kiki to chase everyone off and then a final tableau pose and them all at the back. So then you get that kind of circular structure thing going on. Group 2, Dracula's Child. Game face on, super strong start and the slight hitch with the lift. I've done this lift and had exactly the same experience and it looks messy AF when it happens. Everyone needs to be fully in tune with each other because in the moment, if you count wrong and the people lifting aren't tuned in, it's screwed. You've got no chance. And that's sort of what looks to have happened here. I think, honestly, this might have impacted Zahira's performance a little bit. It's good, but it's not fully keyed in. And something small can really mess up a performance because it's in the back of your head then for the rest of the time. She looks incredible in this catsuit though. Whew, that little body. Chanel is next. It somehow feels really short. Like, maybe I just wanted a bit more. It's a good showing from Chanel. I'm just not sure this wig works because it sort of ages her a bit too much. I don't really know what would have been better, but something else. The choreography, though, is really smart. It's actually quite sparse, but because it's so sharp, it has a lot of impact. There's too many choreographers who just try to put loads of moves in rather than less that has a bigger impact. And they've really managed this here. It's really smart. Then using formations and travelling to keep things moving and interesting without adding in loads of complicated choreography. Kyron is next, and she wasn't wrong. She did write some brilliant lyrics, and she delivers them brilliantly. It has the perfect level of spooky commitment along with more raw and real delivery. Marmalade is next. She does a decent job. I mean, I think. She's so tiny that giving movements lots of power can look a little bit off. But I think it's a convincing performance. I would have just liked a little bit more of an open eye. There's a little bit too much schmizing, which can make it look just a little unsure, you know, almost like you've got your eyes closed. And if the rest of the face isn't giving that sultry look, it doesn't quite work. Octavia finishes off, and I don't know if this is sort of skin outfit is her signature, but it's very like the pieces we saw from her entrance look. It works really well. There is so much energy, and it's really well delivered. There are, again, a few crotch moments where the tug isn't quite there. Good for you, girl. But if you need some help with the undercrackers, M&S does what you need. Trust Granny. I also can't tell if she popped the zipper on her leotard or whether it just has an open back. I think what they've done for the end is super smart as well. Referencing the choreography that they already have, building interest with little developments and adding in some totally new elements like the spooky shuffle. It's a great show. You know what? Everyone did great. I don't think there was anybody that was... It was abysmal, you know? Runway time. And it's Call Me Mother Nature. La Voix as a volcano. I think there's some really great elements to this. The hair, the makeup, the shoulder wrap, the shape. I'm just not super keen on the fabric for the black. It's just a bit plain. And I think the lava could have done with some stoning or some sequining, to be honest. Just to help it stand out a little more against the matte black. And that would have made the whole thing look a bit more expensive. Kiki Snatch is next. Okay, this is what Miss Vanjie could have had, and it's lovely. I'd have preferred a much fuller skirt, and I'd have preferred the flowers to have come down the corset in the middle to pull the eye with them and create a bit more shape illusion. The modesty panel at the back also isn't covered, which spoils the outfit as she turns round. The wig, as Ru later says, should be 3 or 4 times bigger. She does, however, look beautiful. And you've got to give it to her. She really knows how to sell an outfit. Charity. Okay, this outfit is great, especially the waist up. I'd have preferred a long skirt, maybe with a train. This one is giving, take a ticket and take a seat. We will see you shortly. I'm also not sure how spiders are Mother Nature. They're part of nature, but not necessarily the creator or omniscient being. And it hasn't really kind of transcended to that godlike thing. Lil is an albino snake. It's a beautiful outfit, especially the headpiece. I'm not sure if this is based on a goddess or not, but again, it feels a bit off the mark for Mother Nature runway. Releaser slaves. Hurricane Releaser is in town, and gosh, she looks so perfect in this. The whole thing is stunning. Very demure, very cutesy. And that structured gown. Woo! Zahira is next up. And this is another gorgeous thing from the waist up. It's so perfect. And then we get to the skirt, which has a strange voile moment, which throws the shape off and hides the waist. And then these boots, which shorten Zahira. It's such a shame because she looks so beautiful. I think if this had been a floor-length classic shape dress, I think it would have worked a lot better for her incredible body. Octavia is fire! It's good. It works. It hits the brief. But I'd have liked it more if the briefs were sewn into the dress, so we didn't keep getting a flash over the top of them of the tights. It's a really small thing, but honestly, it does make a big difference. Chanel is next. Okay, this chest piece bustier is extraordinary. It's really amazing. Her face and wig are beautiful. I don't like the rest of it. I'm sorry. I just get the idea. I'm just not sure it works. Sorry. Marmalade is up next. This outfit is amazing. These beautiful, huge butterflies are really something. Even though this is based on an animal, like some of the others, it's giving enough goddess for me that I'm not really bothered by it. The only thing that does bother me is the shoulders. They're so high as she steps out. I'm not sure if there was a fear of the wings falling off or what, but it just looked really odd and uncomfortable. Kyron Thrax giving Midsummer and a cheeky reveal. The makeup's great, the outfit is so covered in flowers, and the reveal is underwhelming. I'm not sure the new platforms are really the right choice for this either. It's a great outfit though. Kiki, Lil, Releaser, Zahira, Marmalade and Kyron are the tops and bottoms. Everyone else disappears to Untucked. Kiki, Releaser and Kyron are the tops. Lil, Zahira and Marmalade are the bottoms this week. So, into Untucked. And Lavoie is definitely feeling frustrated. Week 4 and still not made it to the badge. It'll come, I'm sure. In come the others. Kyron is super confident, and it's in that place tripping over into overconfidence. And we all know overconfidence is not cute. It's really nice to see Kiki getting her flowers though. Marmalade is clearly upset, and Zahira too. Lil is just so cute, and I feel sorry that clearly people haven't always been as kind to her as they should have been. And so it takes her time to make friends. And these are the moments that I really love in the show, getting to know the people underneath the drag. The bottoms head off to practice their lyrics. It's Zahira against Lil. I'm not sure purely on lip sync who actually wins for me. I think Zahira maybe. But I know that when your outfit has to be taken apart in order for you to dance, and then what's underneath isn't great, Ru doesn't like it. And unfortunately, Zahira does this right at the start, and what we're left with is a catsuit and a skirt and some slouch boots. And it just doesn't really work. So while she gives us tricks and stuff, and Lil delivers a more club night performance in a full outfit. So this week, we say goodbye to Zahira Zapanta. Who do you think won the lip sync? Let me know and see you next week for more musings and nonsense. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with all your friends, your mum, your nan, your gran, whatever. Love you. Bye.